Hi, welcome back. Good to see you again. Today I want to talk about the differences between licensed immigration advisors and lawyers. In a previous video, we discussed how advisors and lawyers are different. Today I want to talk about, is one better than the other, or are they the same? To ask whether one is better than the other, first you need to make sure that you're comparing the same thing. As we talked about before, not all lawyers do immigration work. Many lawyers don't do immigration work at all and will instead focus on another aspect of law. Licensed immigration advisors, on the other hand, only do immigration work. A lawyer who only specializes in one area of law will not be especially skillful in other areas of law. It's like with doctors. You don't expect an eye specialist to be a proficient neurosurgeon. Or you wouldn't go to a neurosurgeon if you have a scrape on your knee. Of course, a neurosurgeon should be able to do general medical work, such as stitching and treating wounds and things like that. But the area of expertise is different. With lawyers, it's the same. Most lawyers will be able to do very general legal work and should be able to do this skillfully. But you don't expect a professional in one very narrow area to be professional in another narrow area. So to make a meaningful comparison, you need to make sure that you're comparing a specialist immigration lawyer with a licensed immigration advisor. So a specialist immigration lawyer only does immigration work, and they will become very good at this work. Just as a licensed immigration advisor only does immigration work, and this is all the work that they will do, and they will also become very good at it. All things being equal though, a licensed immigration advisor should be better at immigration work than a lawyer who specializes in a different area. Well, it's not possible to say that a licensed immigration advisor would do a better job than a specialist immigration lawyer. It's also not possible to say that the specialist immigration lawyer would do a better job than a licensed immigration advisor. All things being equal, you should expect them to have the same level of skill. So, can you compare qualifications? You would think that an LLB, a degree in law, should be better or higher than the licensed immigration advisor qualification, the graduate diploma in New Zealand immigration advice. The graduate diploma is a 1-year full-time course, whereas an LLB is 4 years full-time study at university. However, the graduate diploma course is 1 year full-time of only immigration law or immigration-related topics, whereas an LLB has a very, very small part of being immigration specific. During the course of study for an LLB, students of law will learn a lot of very useful legal skills such as legal research, presentation, different aspects of law, which are all really, really useful in immigration work as well. The graduate diploma course also teaches how to deal with case officers, what Immigration New Zealand tends to think when they process applications, and generally how to make a good application, a strong application, rather than just the theory of immigration law. One area where a degree in law is especially useful are the extra things like appeals or PPI responses, judicial reviews, the types of things where you're forcing immigration to take a particular stand or to make a particular response. It's very useful if you have a good skill in legal research and a wide understanding of New Zealand law in general. Then you can make a very strong attack to Immigration New Zealand, and this can be very useful sometimes. So can you compare the quality of work? Not easily. Generally, there's no way that you can predict the quality of a licensed immigration advisor's work or a lawyer's work just from the qualification alone. There are some very highly skilled lawyers who do very, very good immigration work, and some highly skilled licensed advisors who do very, very good immigration work, and as well some very poor work seen from lawyers as well as licensed immigration advisors. A lawyer who only does immigration work should, by all accounts, become quite good at it. The only thing that might detract from that is that lawyers are allowed to do lots of other legal work. So is the immigration lawyer fully focused on doing immigration work, or are they doing other work as well to supplement this? An licensed immigration advisor is only doing immigration work. So having 10 years experience as a licensed immigration advisor means you have 10 years experience doing immigration work. Whereas a 10 years experience as an immigration lawyer might not be 100% immigration focused. One area where a licensed immigration advisor needs to work a little bit harder is about researching skills, finding case law, and things like this. This is a learnable skill, and if you have the right mindset for being a licensed immigration advisor or a lawyer, this is not a difficult skill to learn. It's also a very useful skill, so most advisors will be quite proficient at finding case law, APT decisions, and things like that to make a very strong appeal, a very strong case for the clients. So, what makes one better than the other? I think the question really must be, what makes one individual better than another individual, rather than asking what makes a lawyer better than an advisor or what makes an advisor better than a lawyer. There's nothing at all to say that one or the other should be better than the other. But some people are more dedicated to their job, some people have a better natural aptitude to the job, some people take it more seriously, some people might be more or less experienced. These are all factors which might be important in deciding which is better or which is worse. One thing that does work in the favour of the client when choosing a licensed immigration advisor is that the Immigration Advisors Authority is generally a lot stricter on advisors than the Law Society is to lawyers. The Immigration Advisors Authority comes down very hard on dishonest practices, on incompetence, even genuine mistakes, whereas the Law Society generally only comes down hard on lawyers who are intentionally dishonest. This means that licensed immigration advisors take professional responsibility very seriously and work to the best of their ability at all times, or they should. The Immigration Advisors Authority is also very strict on how fees are set. So licensed immigration advisors don't have as much scope to charge very, very high fees. Or if they do and get found out, this can be very, very problematic. Again, with fees, licensed immigration advisors will often offer a set fee, whereas lawyers will generally charge on an hourly rate. A set fee is often very advantageous to the client. A set fee means that the overall cost won't change regardless of how much work needs to be done. So if Immigration New Zealand pick out lots of stupid problems and challenge you on different points, your advisor should cover all of these things at no extra cost. Whereas if you're being charged at an hourly rate, all this extra work adds up and adds up. So the end cost might be very, very high at an hourly rate. So other than that, it's quite hard to pick which is better. You're better off choosing the lawyer or the advisor who will take a personal interest in your case and work hard for you. I am a qualified licensed immigration advisor with a graduate certificate in New Zealand immigration advice. I'm also currently studying for LLB at university, and so you can say that I support both lawyers and licensed immigration advisors. I feel there are advantages to both being a lawyer and being a licensed immigration advisor, but I don't believe that one is better than the other inherently. Thanks for watching. I hope this was useful and enjoyable. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you again next time.